Welcome to your daily Mars weather bulletin, where we first check in on the surface rovers before diving into the three-sol forecast. Perseverance is at its operating mission site, Jezero Crater. On Sol 1935 of the mission, it drove 92.8 meters, bringing its total odometer to 43.75 kilometers, and that update is already 3 days old. The climatological model estimates for today at this location are a high of -32 degrees, a low of -79 degrees, winds at 73 kilometers per hour, pressure at 7.9 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.74. Perseverance has shared Sherlock imagery from Sol 1937 of the mission. Curiosity is at its operating mission site, Gale Crater. On Sol 4970 of the mission, it drove 18.0 meters, bringing its total odometer to 37.95 kilometers, and that update is already 3 days old. The climatological model estimates for today at this location are a high of -20 degrees, a low of -71 degrees, winds at 53 kilometers per hour, pressure at 9.3 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.66. Curiosity has shared NavCam imagery from Sol 4973 of the mission. Rome is at its last confirmed mission site, Utopia Planitia. This rover has not moved since its last published traverse record on Sol 347 of the mission, which showed 1.92 kilometers in total. The climatological model estimates for today at this location are a high of -44 degrees, a low of -83 degrees, winds at 103 kilometers per hour, pressure at 9.1 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.96. InSight is at its final mission site, Elysium Planitia. This is a stationary lander that never drove, so it has no traverse distance and no odometer at all. The climatological model estimates for today at this location are a high of -29 degrees, a low of -71 degrees, winds at 56 kilometers per hour, pressure at 7.7 millibars, and a dust optical depth of 0.76. On Sol 612, daytime highs reach -33 degrees. Very dusty skies dominate, with dust optical depth peaking at 0.96 at the Rome location. Winds gust up to 103 kilometers per hour at the Rome location. Overnight lows drop to -77 degrees. Temperatures fluctuate slightly while dust levels remain high and winds stay strong across the remaining sols. Now we turn to the crossings of Phobos and Deimos across the disk of Mars. Phobos makes its first crossing across the apparent disk of Mars, a passage that lasts 54 minutes. In Los Angeles, this crossing occurs between 9:10 in the morning and 10:04 in the morning while Mars is above the horizon. In New York, it happens between 12:10 in the afternoon and 1:04 in the afternoon with Mars above the horizon. In London, the event takes place between 5:10 in the afternoon and 6:04 in the evening as Mars stands above the horizon. Phobos continues its sequence, with its second crossing across the apparent disk of Mars, lasting 55 minutes. In Los Angeles, New York, and London, Mars is below the horizon. Deimos makes its first crossing across the apparent disk of Mars, a passage that lasts 84 minutes. In London, this crossing occurs between 2:09 in the morning and 3:33 in the morning while Mars is above the horizon. For Los Angeles and New York, Mars is below the horizon. Phobos makes its third and final crossing across the apparent disk of Mars, lasting 54 minutes. In New York, this event takes place between 3:29 in the morning and 4:23 in the morning with Mars above the horizon. In London, It happens between 8:29 in the morning and 9:23 in the morning as Mars stands above the horizon. For Los Angeles, Mars is below the horizon. Mars is currently in the constellation Taurus. For observers in New York, Mars rises at 2:15 in the morning and sets at 5:18 in the afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to Mars Weather. Stay safe out there, and we will see you next time.